Hey guys, we're back with the Uncle Sam, and we're going to finish up on this guy today. And let me put the original back up here. What I did on the off camera, I went in and worked on this side, and except for the hand, we're going to do it, and put in some hair in the ear. So what we're going to do is just finish up this side, and we're going to be done with him. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to come in right up in here, and I'm going to put in the eyebrows with the number 11 gouge. I'm going to come in here and make me some cuts right in here. Right in here is where I did them. Now, while I've got this number 11 in, I'm going to make this little fold in this side of his cheek area. And we're just finishing this guy up. I know it's almost August, but it takes a while to do this little guy here, and I'm going to put in this goatee here with this is a 1/4 inch number V tool. Okay, can you see that, Peyton? I mean,
yep.
Got it focused in there. Right in there is where I did that. Now, what I'd like to do is come in here and do this inner ear here, and then I'll put in the hairline. And I come in here with a 10mm number 9 gouge, cut away like that. Just kind of come in here and kind of clean up that little chipped area right in there. And then I'm going to kind of round this sideburn area a little bit. And I'm going to now do this little inner ear here. So I'm going to come right up in here, and I do these little triangle chip cuts. And that forms the upper lobe. Now I'm going to come down below and put a little triangle cut in there, and that formed my lower lobe. Now, what I do after that, I come in and I make a little cut here and here, and take out a little wedge, and it just forms a little dark area in there. Come in right here, do it on the bottom side. And then you kind of shape the ear a little bit. Now there's my inner ear. Now let's put the hair on. I take the number 11. It's like a 3mm, and I come in and I go in at an angle. And put in this hair. I'm carving this and kind of watching it on my camera. Peyton's got it to where I can kind of watch it, but it's kind of hard to do.
Yeah.
Then I'm going to come in and cut in toward my inner ear. With my number 11. And that's the hair right in there. Now we've got to come back here and do the hair on the back side. I did it on this side over here. And on this, you want to kind of curve it a little bit. You don't want to be real straight. And you can go over your marks. Like that right there. And then I want to cut up against there toward the crown of the hat, or the brim of the hat rather. And there's the hair. Now moving on down. Well, right up here, let's go back up to the hat brim and the little band around. I started making some deep cuts right up on the bottom. I'm going to go ahead and come in and make me some stop cuts and cut back against that. And what that does is it just makes that hat band stand out a little bit more when you put those marks in there, those deep cuts. Now moving on down, we got a collar here. I'm going to come in here and put this collar in, and I'm going to take a 1/4" V, and I'll start right in here on the front part of his coat. And work that right on that line where I drew over to where I left off on the other side. And I also want to come in right in here with my V and put that little lapel in right in there. Now, we've got this sleeve in here. I'm going to do this over here in just a minute, but I'm going to put these fingers in on this hand. So I'm going to turn it around like this. And we're going to start, and I always kind of start on this center line. Reason being, you can kind of judge, like I've got my line right in there. Now this line is a little bit too far over this way. So I'm going to bring it over just a little bit more and make that finger out just a little bit wider, like that right there. Now I'm going to start right here, come in, and now this forefinger here is kind of tucked under the thumb. And you can come in and you can kind of turn your V tool to kind of start rounding these a little bit. And I'll work. I just really want to show you how I get my fingers in, but we want to keep moving along and finish this guy up. Now, right in here is our bow tie. Well, I've got to come in here and make this little knotted area. And this is done with just little stop cuts and a good little old detail knife. It doesn't take much. You can kind of tuck that up underneath there. Can you see that all right, Peyton, there?
Yep.
What's the time looking like there, Peyton?
Got about 8 minutes.
All right. I'm going to go in here just a minute. cut a little bit away on that. Okay, now we've got the shirt in here is textured, and I texture it with a number 11. So I'm gonna come in and just texture this shirt, and you just take little bites out of it and turn it around and go on this side. And this kind of simulates, I think, a wool type shirt. There's the wool shirt. Now let's move on down here. We've got to I've got to make this where this sleeve is kind of hanging over this pocket. You don't see the hand on that, but we're going to go in there and go ahead and do that. I'm going to come in here with a knife and start kind of tucking that sleeve in there. Bring it on around. Well, that's what it takes there. Now moving down, let's go ahead and put the sole of the shoe on here. I did it over here. I like to go in with the number 11, 3mm, and put in this sole of the shoe, and I'll go back over it with a 1/4 inch V. All right. Yeah, I need a little bit more out right in there. Then I'm going to take my 1/4 inch V and come in here where I did that little canal and kind of deepen that, enhance that cut a little bit. And there's my sole of my shoe. Now, if you look over here, I've got wrinkles in this sleeve. Well, I'm going to take a number, this is a number 7 gouge. I don't know what size it is, maybe a 10mm, but I kind of go in and make me some folds. There's number 1. And when you can make the arms and the legs and even the whole body have interest like this and not just straight, it adds to it, to the carving quite a bit, I think. And I'll put a fold right in here. Now, next week I will be gone. I'm going to be in Norwood, Missouri, teaching at the Hill and Holler. And I'll get back after next week, and then I'll come up with another project for us to do on the YouTube. I haven't decided what I'm going to do, but I think I'm going to do something where it, another bandsaw pieced out, but I'll go ahead and cut it out. I'm not going to bore you with the cutting it out on the bandsaw. But how much time we got, Peyton?
Got about 4 minutes.
4 minutes. All right, I'm going to put, I got to put in the folds down here on the bottom.
You got about 3 minutes now.
Okay. And that'll give us, what, 18?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, we may go over just a little. I'd kind of like to show them a little how I burn in these lines with my. Well, no, I won't. I don't have my tip on my. I can just show them the lines. But this pant leg here, you don't need a whole lot. You just want to break up the straightness in that. And then I'm going to come across here. And you want to kind of leave that little high ridge right in there. And it just makes it look like kind of like a fold. Now, he is pretty much done. We need to put in some little folds right up in here. So I'm going to take my number 11 and come in. Make me a cut right there. And right here. I'll put one right in there. Now, one more thing. You see I've got these little areas right in here. I take a, this is a number 2 gouge, and I'm going to kind of come in and make me a big sweep there, and one right in here, and then one right in here. But guys, with that, that's Uncle Sam is pretty much done. Now you see these lines in here. I'll burn those in right in here. I'll burn those in to make the stripes on it. But with that, guys, we're finished with Uncle Sam. And until next, the YouTube, happy carving to everyone, and we'll see you next time. Bye.